everybody. I'm Laura Trump coming to you from Studio 45 at Trump Tower in New York City. The first major Trump rally was in the summer of 2015. 4 years later, the Trump rally is the symbol of a patriotic movement that's growing stronger than ever. Joining me from Manchester, New Hampshire is the National Press Secretary for Donald J. Trump for President, my friend Kayleigh McEnany. Kayleigh, welcome. I'm so excited you're in Manchester right before the rally.
Hey, Laura, I'm here, and everyone keeps asking, where's Laura? Where's Laura? And we said, she's almost due, but she'll be back here in no time.
I will be back as soon as I can. Well, I think you probably have the best job on the campaign because you get to be in the middle of all the excitement at the Trump rallies, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's incredible, the enthusiasm you see, the people who are out here. We are in a state that is a blue state. This state was narrowly lost by 2,700 votes, but what that speaks to is just the excitement behind President Trump. He won Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, states no Republican had won. And then to come to New Hampshire and to pack out a room last night, we had hundreds of people there, all there, not to see President Trump, he's not there yet, but just to hear about him. So to be here in New Hampshire in a blue state and see this kind of turnout, Democrats got to be a little worried.
So, Kayleigh, we know that there is such great support for this president out there. Actually, supporters will start lining up at these rallies and camp out for days in advance so they can get to the front of the line and see this president. You are actually there 36 hours in advance of the president being in New Hampshire. You already got people lining up. What do you think motivates these people to make such a sacrifice and line up so early?
Well, they support this president, no doubt about it. And, I was in Orlando and I saw people lined up 2 blocks worth of camp facilities, campsites, people eating, drinking, excited. The president's about to arrive. Here we are, though, 36 hours before, and there are people camped out. We have Karen back here, who is first in line and first rally. What an incredible accomplishment.
Great.
And Mona, say hi to Laura, everyone. They're so excited to be here. So they're motivated because this president's delivered on his promises, plain and simple.
Yeah, and by the way, Kayleigh, women that are there lined up well before the president gets there, I thought the women didn't exist to support this president. I'm so confused.
They exist. You see it in all of the lines the day of. Tons of women out here. But they even camp out the night before. I saw it in Orlando. I see it here everywhere I go. I know you've seen it too.
Yeah, and you actually mentioned, you're there in New Hampshire, and the election in 2016 was so close in New Hampshire with only a 2% difference. Job growth is strong there. This president has actually created around 20,000 new jobs since taking office in New Hampshire alone. Based on the excitement there on the ground, how do you feel like he's going to do there in 2020?
Oh, he's going to win. I was here with the chairman of the New Hampshire Republican Party last night, the governor of Maine, people who are just ingrained in this Northeast corridor and in the state. And they said, this president is going to win. He's delivered. You said nearly 20,000 jobs here in New Hampshire. That's exactly right. Where Obama lost 3,400 manufacturing jobs, President Trump has added 1,200 jobs here in this state. The tax cuts have put $1,400 back in the average New Hampshire voter's pocket. The facts don't lie. And the facts say that this economy is on fire here in New Hampshire. So those 2,700 votes, they're going to swing the other way pretty dramatically.
I agree with you. I got to go to New Hampshire not too long ago, and I felt the exact same way. The enthusiasm there from people on the ground was palpable and really, I think, speaks to the fact that they're so thrilled with this president. Now, Kayleigh, I want to turn for a second and talk about the fake news and the nonsense out there because, no shock, the 2020 Democrats are falsely accusing the president of being a white supremacist. It's so crazy, and the fact that we have to continue to talk about it is so insane to me. Ironically, most Trump rallies attract a lot of Democrat and independent voters. What do they think about such baseless attacks by the Democrats against this president?
Yeah, it's amazing because when you go through the crowds at the Trump rallies, it's not monolithic. It's people of all backgrounds, people of all colors, all races, all genders, people here who just love the president. I met an immigrant from Brazil who moved to Ohio at the last rally, loves the president. A young black male who is about to turn 18, who says when he turns 18, he's going to vote for the president. I mean, the facts and what you see on the ground just defies the narrative, and they see through it. People don't just believe what the media says. They're smart. They see through this fake news narrative. They tried the racism playbook in 2016. It failed. It's going to fail again, and people see it.
Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. I actually think the president might get more out of the Trump rallies in a way than the people that even go there to support him, because Trump rallies are really the most important way that he connects with everyday Americans. We know every day he's got the filter of the fake news media. Here he can go direct to the people and they get to hear from their president, and he gets so jazzed up and is so happy to be there among real Americans and get out of the swamp. But how do you think, how do you explain really the phenomenon of patriotic Americans who continue to break records of attendance at these Trump rallies? Because we always, Kayleigh, have so many more people sign up to attend the rallies than we have any capacity for. We always have people that can't get in the rallies. How do you explain that? What do you say to that?
Yeah, they recognize an authenticity in this president where politicians before him poll tested their words, focus grouped what they said, essentially just did what their advisors did. They were marionette puppets. But this president was authentic. He spoke from the heart. I just heard a commentator say a moment ago, the way he talked about China is the way he talked about China 40 years ago.
That's
right. So
right.
he has a core set of principles and values. He doesn't stray from them. He doesn't betray his voters. He stays true to them no matter what the Washington swamp tells him to do. And in return, voters show up days in advance to support the president and show up at his rallies in throngs.
Yeah. Well, Kayleigh, I wish I was there with you on the ground in New Hampshire. Give everyone my best. After I have a baby, I will be back. Until then, we appreciate everything that you do every day, and thank you for joining us.
Thanks, Laura. We can't wait to have you back.
While they're largely an overlooked phenomenon, Trump rallies are the symbol of the greatest patriotic movement in American history, growing stronger than ever. That's the real news for today. I'm Laura Trump from Studio 45 at Trump Tower in New York City. Thanks for joining us, everybody.